At 7 years old, I watched my father hurt my mom. And in that moment, my nervous system decided it was safer to stay small and to make sure everyone else was okay. My little brain wired itself for survival, not freedom. That wiring followed me for decades. Do you remember a moment like that in your own life? A moment where you stopped being a kid and became the protector, the achiever, the one who held it all together. That's what trauma does. It rewires us before we even know what's happening. Come on in, find your favorite spot. Let's sit with this together. I'm Alana, and this isn't just another YouTube channel. This is a place where we stop pretending everything's fine, where we move from surviving to actually living. I've been in real estate for over 22 years. I am the broker and owner of Living Easy, Arizona. From the outside, that looks like success. What people don't see is the story underneath, the story of wiring, survival, and eventually choosing to rewrite it all. I grew up surrounded by trauma. That moment at 7, watching my father hurt my mom, wired me to become the fixer, the helper, the one who carried everyone else's pain while I silenced my own. Survival wiring is sneaky. It looks like strength. I hustled in business. I overgave in relationships. I built my entire life around being dependable, strong, capable. I was the one who held it all together, and no one knew the cost. Then in 2001, everything collapsed. My relationship ended. My job disappeared. The bar that I worked at closed. Then September 11th, all within 4 months. I was sending out 40, 50 resumes a week and hearing nothing back. At that time, jobs were going to victims of September 11th, understandably so. I remember sitting on the couch one day, staring out the window, feeling numb. And in that silence, I felt a small, quiet voice I couldn't ignore. It said, "You'll regret it if you don't try." I realized I'd rather say I tried and failed than spend my life wondering what could have been. So I packed up my car, said goodbye to everything I knew, and drove across the country from New York to Arizona. I still remember that February day pulling into Phoenix. The sunroof was open, the desert air was warm against my face, the palm trees were all lined up going around the freeway, and it just felt like the sky was so wide, it felt endless. And for the first time in months, like my shoulders dropped, my jaw softened, and my body whispered, "You can breathe here." That was the moment I really chose to trust myself instead of the fear. That decision became the foundation for everything that I teach today. That real change begins when we decide to trust ourselves. Starting fresh in Arizona, I stepped into real estate. On the outside, I was thriving. Deals, clients, building building my career, building my life. Yet underneath it, the same old survival programs were running. And in real estate, survival wiring can look like saying yes to everything, even when you're depleted, taking on everyone else's stress as if it was your responsibility, pushing through exhaustion because you believe the only way to matter is to hold it all together. Maybe you recognize yourself in that, whether you're in real estate or not. Trauma doesn't stay in one corner of your life. It shows up in relationships, careers, the way that you react under pressure. That's the thing. Trauma isn't about what happened. It's about what happened inside of us. Our nervous system develops automatic responses: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And they shape our decisions, our relationships, and our success. The good news, you're not broken. You're wired, and wiring can be rewritten. That's where neuroplasticity comes in. Your brain's ability to change and create new patterns at any age. When I discovered that, everything shifted. I realized I didn't have to carry the weight of the world anymore. I could rewire my brain. I could reset my nervous system. I could choose peace instead of panic. And I've seen this happen for others too. I've watched my clients go from panic attacks during negotiations to walking into closings with calm clarity. I've seen women who swore they were too broken. They laughed again in just weeks of working together. This isn't a theory. This is real transformation, and it's available to you. So if you're here, maybe you recognize something in this story. Maybe you're the one who holds it all together for everyone else. Maybe you're tired of living in survival mode. Maybe you're ready to remember who you were before the world taught you to shrink. This channel is for you. Together, we'll explore how survival responses shape your decisions, your choices, your relationships, and even your success. We'll dive into the science of neuroplasticity and discover simple, powerful tools to move from survival into peace. Imagine a life where you don't carry what isn't yours, where you pause before reacting, breathe before snapping, and trust yourself to choose differently. That's what we're building here. If this resonates with you, hit the subscribe and let me know in the comments. What's one thing you have been carrying that was never yours to hold? Let us know in the comments.